Yes. A very good morning to all the viewers. On behalf of AOGD, I welcome you all to this AOGD e-quiz, the first event of 42nd annual virtual AOGD conference and first e-conference of AOGD being organized by Sir Gangaram Hospital. It gives me immense pleasure to become the organizing secretary of this conference and to become the opening batch person of AOGD conference activities which are starting from today. Without further delay, I invite Dr. Mala Srivastava, President AOGD and organizing chairperson of this conference, to give welcome address. Over to you, Dr. Mala.
Morning, everyone. On behalf of the organizing committee, it's my privilege to welcome you all to this 42nd annual AOGT conference and first e-conference. This corona pandemic has taught us many new ways of conducting the virtual learning. So we have planned this e-quiz for the benefit of our postgraduates. Our quiz committee with Dr. Mamta Dagar, Dr. Kanika Jain, Dr. Richa Sharma, Dr. Sharmishta Garg, and Dr. Ela have crafted and planned this unique quiz. I'm sure all the postgraduates will enjoy participating in this extraordinary event and will remember this occasion for years to come. We are also looking forward for a long e-conclave spreading over 14 to 15 days. We planned most of the activities in the afternoon so that our postgraduates, residents can take the benefit of this virtual learning after their day's work, either from the hospital or from home. The entire scientific program is well planned by our scientific committee chairpersons, Dr. Geeta Mendidatta and Dr. Chandra Mansukhani. I'm sure this entire 14 days conclave will go down the history and will be remembered for years to come. I wish this e-quiz a great success and all the best to each and every participants. I hand over back to Dr. Mamta Dagar to carry on the proceedings of the day. Over to you, Dr. Mamta.
Thank you, Dr. Mala, for the warm welcome. And I'm very happy to introduce my quiz committee members, Dr. Richa Sharma, consultant at GTB Hospital and Chair Endoscopy Committee AOGT, and also the chairperson-elect of FOXY MTP Committee 2021. Dr. Sharmishta Garg, who is Associate Consultant at Sir Gangaram Hospital, and Dr. Ela Sharma, also Associate Consultant at Sir Gangaram Hospital, who all have immensely and significantly contributed for this quiz. Also, I take this privilege to introduce our chairpersons for the quiz. Dr. Mala Srivastava, President AOGD and Scientific Chairperson of this conference and organizing chairperson of this conference. Dr. Geeta Mendidatta, Scientific Chairperson of this conference and Senior Consultant Obstetrician and Gynecologist at Sir Gangaram Hospital. Dr. Kanika Jain, Vice President AOGD and organizing co-chairperson of this conference. And now I hand over to Dr. Richa Sharma to announce the rules of the quiz and proceed for the quiz. Over to you, Dr. Richa.
Thank you, Dr. Mamta. Good morning and warm welcome, everybody. First of all, I thank Dr. Mala Srivastava, Madam and AOGD for giving me this opportunity and making me the opening batsman for annual AOGD conference. Here, as we can see, all the quiz participants, they have logged in through Kahoot pin, which is seen on my screen. And now they are electronically connected to me and their answers will reach my computer and will be scored accordingly. Now, quickly, I will tell the rules. There will be 80 questions. Some are MCQs, some are true and false, some are images. You will get 20 seconds for each question and have to select one best answer. In between, I will keep telling the 5 leading participants. And at the end of 80 questions, 3 winners will be displayed on the screen. Now, all the best. And now we start. First question. IAGE recommends that laparoscopy should be performed only if emergency surgery, GA is required, or under full safety measures, including PPE kits, which are available for entire team, or all of the above. All of the above is the right answer. Second question. During pandemic, pap smear showing atypical glandular cells that favors neoplasia should be evaluated within 2 weeks or 2 to 4 weeks or after 4 weeks or at 4 to 6 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks is the right answer. Third question. Incidence of maternal viremia with COVID-19 infection in pregnancy is less than 1%, 10%, 2 to 5%, or 1 to 2%. One to 2% is the right answer. Fourth question. Criteria for moderate to severe COVID-19 infection are all except tachypnea, more than 50% lung involvement on imaging within 24 to 48 hours, or respiratory failure, shock, or multi-organ dysfunction, or is it hypoxia? So respiratory failure, shock, and multi-organ dysfunction is the right answer. Fifth question. Regarding theater environment, which is correct? Most OTs have a positive pressure environment. A negative pressure environment is ideal in pandemic. Air changes more than 300 times per hour and laminar flow facilities are best for pandemic, or all are right. All are right. Sixth question. ACS acuity scale tier, according to it, the color code delay for endometrial hyperplasia or highly suspicious for malignancy is 3A dark yellow up to 4 weeks, 5A dark red no delay, 4A light red no delay, or 1A dark red no delay. So first is the right answer. 3A dark yellow up to 4 weeks is the right answer. Seventh question. Asymptomatic hyponatremia during hysteroscopy occurs at what sodium level? Is it 133 to 145 milliequivalents per liter, 120 to 125 milliequivalents per liter, less than 125 milliequivalents per liter, or 125 to 135 milliequivalents per liter? 125 to 135 is the right answer. Eighth question. Paraaortic lymph node dissection in endometrial carcinoma is indicated in all of the following except if the tumor size is more than 3 centimeter and pelvic lymph node positive, if grade 3 tumor, if non-endometrioid tumor, or if there is extrauterine disease and disease more than equal to 1B. Tumor size more than 3 centimeter and pelvic lymph node positive is the right answer. Ninth question. Levenwall protection includes all except surgical mask, face shield, disposable isolation clothing, or disposable surgical caps. Face shield is the right answer. Question. Hydroxychloroquine prophylaxis for healthcare worker is contraindicated in all situations except in hypertension, retinopathy, heart disease, or G6PD deficiency. Hypertension is the right answer. Now these are the leading participants. Babita Kumari, next is Purnima, then Dr. Bhavna Arora, then Dr. Kanika, Dr. Bhavya Gupta. Now we move on to 11th question. Which is mandatory for pregnant women with COVID-19 mild symptoms during hospital stay? Remdesivir infusion, hydroxychloroquine in therapeutic doses, plasma therapy, or thromboprophylaxis? Thromboprophylaxis is the right answer. 12th question, abortion services during pandemic depends upon the gestational age. It is non-essential, it is essential, or it is not specified. It is essential. This is the right answer. 13th question, FSRH guidelines to support provision of effective contraception during pandemic, all are right except remote assessment of requirement of emergency contraception is prioritized. Copper IUCD for EC should not be offered as first line. CSC users allow remote prescription for next 6 to 12 months. In POP, users allow further 12 months supply within. So copper IUCD for EC should not be offered as a first line is the right answer. We move on to 14th question. IAGE recommends that laparoscopy may be offered in all emergency surgeries during pandemic, except level 2 TLH for endometriosis, level 1 TLH for AOB unresponsive to medical management, in acute adnexal torsion or ectopic pregnancy. Level 2 TLH for endometriosis is the right answer. We move on to 15th question. Which classification system for Asherman's is recommended by AAGL and BSGE guidelines? Valley and Sciarra classification, American Fertility Society classification, currently not possible to endorse any system, or European Society of Hysteroscopy classification. Currently not possible to endorse any system is the right answer. 16th question. Recommendations regarding ultrasound in pregnancy for low risk, asymptomatic or uninfected women during COVID-19 is all except at 12 to 13 weeks, at 28 weeks, at 18 to 22 weeks. Growth scan can be deferred till 36 weeks. At 28 weeks is the right answer. 17th question. Criteria included in quick SOFA score are all except temperature or respiratory rate, mental status or systolic blood pressure. Temperature is the right answer. 18th question. Respiratory devices need to conform to all the following quality standards as per FDA except bacterial filtration efficiency more than 98%, differential pressure less than 3 mm, fluid resistance less than 80 millimeters of mercury, or particulate filtration efficiency of 0.1 microns size more than 95%. Fluid resistance less than 80 millimeter mercury is the right answer. 19th question. If a patient is asymptomatic for COVID-19 but positive for SARS-CoV-2 and insists on water birth, what can be advised? Water birth is contraindicated because of possible risk of fecal contamination. With proper PPE worn by the health giver, it can be allowed. More risk to fetus because of vertical transmission, or it is only contraindicated in symptomatic patients. Right answer is only contraindicated in symptomatic patients with cough, fever, or sore throat. 20th question. All the statements about the distension media are correct except electrolyte free, low viscosity provides excellent visibility. Hypotonic solution fluid deficit of 1500 ml in low risk is permitted. 5% mannitol is hypotonic and causes hypoosmolality, or normal saline must be used with bipolar instruments. 5% mannitol is hypotonic and causes hypoosmolality is the right answer. Now we see the scoreboard quickly. Dr. Poonam is leading, followed by Dr. Garima, followed by Dr. Babita Kumari, then Bharti Priya, then Bhavna Aruna. Now we move on to 21st question. Which specimen has the highest positivity rate for coronavirus RT-PCR test? Bronchoalveolar lavage, or sputum, or pharyngeal swab, or nasopharyngeal swab? Bronchoalveolar lavage is the right answer. 22nd question. Minimum number of antenatal contacts which are recommended by WHO to reduce the perinatal mortality and improve the care is 8 visits, 7 visits, 6 visits, or 4 visits. Eight visit is the right answer. 23rd question. FIGO statement on COVID-19 and management of uterine malignancies. All the statements are true except primary surgery is the ideal management, majority have extrauterine disease, or primary radiotherapy is an effective therapy where available, or oral progesterone and LNG IUS where surgery is not possible should be offered. Majority have extrauterine disease is the right answer. 24th question. Name the surgery done for septate uterus. Is it hysteroscopic incision of uterine septum, hysteroscopic transcervical division, or hysteroscopic metroplasty? Any is the right answer. 25th question. Color codes according to acuity scale for office-based gynecological procedures are, hospitals can have their own color codes, or it is green, light yellow, dark yellow, and red, or green, light red, dark yellow, dark red, or any. Green, light yellow, dark yellow, and red is the right answer. 26th question. If COVID infected person's cough or sneeze is masked, then the particles that travel out are reduced by 70%, 90%, 80 to 90%, or 90 to 100%. So 70% is the right answer. And you can see on the screen like 15 people have said it right. Now 27th question. All are the indications for LSCS for pregnant women with COVID-19 infection except if there is severe COVID-19 disease, if there is obstetric indication, in septic or shock or organ failure, or PPROM. So it is PPROM. 28th question. Which is incorrect about PPIOCD? Copper T380A is approved for immediate postpartum insertion. It carries 2 to 5% risk of upper genital tract infection. It can be placed immediately after delivery of placenta or within 48 hours delivery, or it should be inserted only by trained service provider. Carries more than 2 to 5% risk of upper genital tract infection is the right answer, and 35 people have got it right. 29th question. All are the criteria for admission in ICU for pregnant women except worsening of symptoms during home isolation, if more than 50% lung lesion progression in 24 to 48 hours, or if PaO2 oxygen concentration is less than 300 millimeters of mercury, or if respiratory rate is more than 30 per minute. So worsening of symptoms during home isolation is the right answer. 30th question. All are the precautions to be used during laparoscopy in COVID-19 pandemic except negative pressure rooms, carbon dioxide insufflation pressure to be kept to minimum, use monopolar and advanced bipolar devices, closed suction system pre-filled with 1% sodium hypochlorite. Use of monopolar and advanced bipolar device is the right answer. 31st question. Principles of screening and vaccination during COVID-19 pandemic are all except telemedicine facilities for women needing vaccination and screening, outreach screening camps should be performed, switch over to self-collection of HPV as a method of screening, complete vaccination and next to be given within 12 to 15 months. Outreach screening camp should be performed is the right answer. 32nd question. What percentage of antenatal women have mild COVID-19 infection? 90% of the women, 50%, 80%, or 10%? %80 is the right answer. Now we see the scoreboard. Dr. Poonam is leading, followed by Dr. Garima, then Dr. Pallavi Bahel, Bharti Priya, and Bhavna Arora. 33rd question. All are true about SARS-CoV-2 infection except it is an alpha coronavirus. It contains 16 non-structural proteins. Virulence and differentiation is attributed to mutation in NSP2 and NSP3 or non-segmented enveloped positive sense RNA virus. Alpha coronavirus is the right answer. 34th question. Principles of hysteroscopic metroplasty includes all except to horizontally incise the septum. Foley's insertion and estrogen therapy should be done in all cases. IUCD insertion and estrogen therapy should be taken, is indicated in wide or complete septum. And fundal myometrium should be at least 1.5 centimeters in depth. Foley's insertion and estrogen therapy in all cases is the right answer. 35th question. Regarding FDA's statement on laparoscopic power morcellation, the incorrect statement is, it is not recommended now. It should not be done in postmenopausal or more than 50 years of age. It is recommended only with a tissue containment system or not to be done if removal of tissue through vagina is done in block. It is not recommended now is the correct answer. 36th question. True or false? SARS-CoV-2 virus detected in 29% in feces and 1 to 5% in blood of patients. Is it true or false? True is the right answer. 37th question. Type 2 PPE includes N95 with additional mask, waterproof gown, and mandatory PPE kit. Is it true or false? It's true. 38th question. General anesthesia is not AGP. Is it true or false? It is false. 39th question. Type 1 PPE is to be used in OPD at more than 35 feet away. Is it true or false? It is true. 40th question. In fluid overload, the recommended target increase of serum sodium is 2 millimoles per liter in 24 hours. Is it true or false? It is false. 41st question. Entonox for labor analgesia is an aerosol generating procedure. Is it true or false? It is false. 42nd question. EC pills should not be prescribed by teleconsultation during pandemic. Is it true or false? So this is false. 43rd question. Epidural analgesia for pain relief is contraindicated in laboring women with COVID-19 infection. Is it true or false? It is false. 44th question. Paragard is a type of cervical cap used by females as a contraception. Is it true or false? So this statement is false. 45th question. COVID-19 infection in early pregnancy can be teratogenic, so MTP is recommended. Is it true or false? This statement is false. 46th question. Ultrasound scan is must before giving any medical abortion. Is it true or false? It is false. 47th question. Office hysteroscopy for infertile patients has been placed in red color code by ACS and it cannot be delayed. Is it true or false? So this statement is true. 48th question. Abortion pills should be advised by teleconsultation during pandemic. Is it true or false? So it is true. True is the right answer. Now we see the scoreboards Dr. Garima is leading, followed by Dr. Purnima, then Dr. Pallavi Bahel, Dr. Monal Garg, and Dr. Kavita Sharma. 49th question. At Palmer's point, the Viris needle is inserted at 90 degrees regardless of BMI. Is it true or false? It is true. 50th question. Pregnant women with COVID-19 infection have worse clinical outcome due to immunocompromised state. Is it true or false? False is the right answer. 51st question. Rate of continuing pregnancy after medical abortion is less than 1% in gestations up to 63 days. Is it true or false? True is the right answer. Next question. CIN2 and CIN3 has been placed in ACS3A and treatment is deferred up to 6 weeks. Is it true or false? False. Next question. Type 3 PPE is to be used in open procedure with anesthesia with no AGA. Is it true or false? False is the right answer. Next question. Type 3 PPE is to be used during GA, laparoscopy, laparotomy with bowel surgery. Is this true or false? So the answer is true. Next question. Name the procedure. Is it hysteroscopic transcervical cauterization, hysteroscopic transcervical resectoscopic myomectomy, or hysteroscopic transcervical resectoscopic polypectomy, or hysteroscopic adhesiolysis? It is hysteroscopic transcervical resectoscopic myomectomy, and 24 people have got it right. Next question. This color code by modified elective surgery acuity scale denotes high acuity, emergency surgery, immediate acuity, or low acuity. It denotes low acuity. Next question. Identify the lesion and name the associated condition. Is it a micropolyp which is associated with chronic endometritis? It is hyperplasia with cystic changes in chronic endometritis, or these are vesicles associated with TB, or it is a submucous myoma associated with endometriosis. So these are micropolyps which are associated with chronic endometritis, and 18 people only have got it right. Next question. Which statement regarding these lesions is wrong? These are subtle lesions and they are small superficial endometriosis. They are early stages after implantation and they are morphologically inactive, or they can occur in 80% of the people. They can hide more severe deep endometriosis. So these are early stages after implantation and morphologically inactive is the right answer. And only 8 people have got it right. Next question. What is the diagnosis? Is it a ectopic pregnancy? Is it a hyperplasia without atypia, hyperplasia with atypia, or retained product of conception? This is diagnosis on hysteroscopy. So it is retained product of conception. 60th question. Identify the wrong statement about this lesion. Is it a Allen-N-Master syndrome? These are peritoneal pockets or unclear pathology and contain endometriosis at the bottom, or the treatment is deep excision. Treatment is deep excision is the right answer. And 21 people only have got it right. Now we see the scoreboard now. So Dr. Pallavi is leading, followed by Dr. Monal, followed by Dr. Garima, then Dr. Purnima, and then Dr. Kavita Sharma. We go on to the next question. Identify the incorrect statement about this contraceptive. It is aqueous suspension of pregnane 17 alpha hydroxyprogesterone, or it inhibits ovulation, thickens cervical mucus. There's no overall increased risk of breast, ovarian, or cervical cancer, or it can cause permanent amenorrhea and may not be completely reversible. May cause permanent amenorrhea and may not be completely reversible is the right answer. Next question. Identify the incorrect statement about this picture. It causes amenorrhea in 25% of the cases. It causes amenorrhea in 5%. It is expensive, or it has non-contraceptive benefits too. Causes amenorrhea in 25% is the right answer. Next question. Identify the instrument. Is it a thunderbeat or ligashore or harmonic or none? It is harmonic, and only 12 people have got it right. 64th question. J point port entry is left paraumbilical region 2.5 centimeters medial and 1 centimeter above ASIS, or at left paraumbilical region 2.5 centimeter medial and 2.5 centimeter above ASIS, or it is on the right side 3 centimeter below and lateral to subcostal margin, or on right side. So the right answer is left paraumbilical region 2.5 centimeters medial and 1 centimeter above the anterosuperior iliac spine. Next question. Which instrument is portable and most ideal for the diagnosis of abnormal uterine bleeding in the rural settings? Linea librata, TruClear hysteroscopic tissue removal system, Endosi, or any can be used. Endosi is the right answer, and 17 people have got it right. Next question. Use of pills is associated with an increased risk of heart attack and stroke, or endometrial cancer, or ovarian cancer, or all. Heart attack and stroke is the right answer. Next question. Which of the following is typically associated with having a vasectomy? Reduced rigidity of erections, decreased sperm production, decreased testosterone production, or normal orgasm? Normal orgasm is the right answer. Next question. IUD use has been linked with pelvic inflammatory disease or uterine infections or tubal infections or all. All is the right answer. Next question. Which is not an absolute contraindication for medical abortion? Hemorrhagic disorder, suspected ectopic pregnancy, inherited porphyrias, or allergic reactions to the drugs involved? Hemorrhagic disorder is the right answer. Next question. All are the features of BIOH except it is a small diameter 4 millimeters, integrated 4 mm rod length telescope. All connectors are positioned downwards, or the working channel allows semi-rigid 5 French operating instruments. Integrated 4 mm rod length telescope is the right answer, and only 7 people have got it right. Next question. What percentage of COVID-19 infection in pregnancy is critical? Is it 2%, 10%, 5%, or 25%? It is 5%. This is the right answer. Now quickly we'll see the scoreboard. Dr. Garima is leading, followed by Dr. Pallavi Bahal, followed by Kanika Gupta, followed by Monica Purnima, and then Dr. Shreya Goyal. Now we move on to the next question. What is the mortality rate with COVID-19 infection? It is 3 to 5%, or more than 5%, less than 1%, or 1 to 3%. One to 3% is the right answer, and 37 people only have answered correctly. Next question. Level 3 protection against COVID-19 is used in all the procedures except intubation and resuscitation of suspected or confirmed patient, surgery, procedure, delivery of suspected or confirmed cases, imaging examination of suspected or confirmed patients, autopsy of suspected or confirmed patients. So it is imaging examination of suspected or confirmed cases is the right answer. Next question. For low risk pregnancies, all are true except teleconsultation is recommended, growth scan in 3rd trimester is not mandatory, ultrasound is recommended at 12 to 13 weeks and at 18 to 20 weeks, or antenatal screening and vaccination is not required. Antenatal screening and vaccination is not required is the right answer. 75th question. Surgical mask or 3-ply cloth mask are recommended for use by all except patients suffering from cough, healthcare workers in situation of droplet infections, caregiver of people with cough, or healthcare workers in situation of routine care. So healthcare workers in situation of droplet infections is the right answer, and 42 people have corrected it. 76th question. According to RCOG, risk factors for hospital admission with COVID-19 infection in pregnancy are all except Black, Asian or minority ethnicity, maternal age of more than 30 years, pre-existing comorbidity or obesity. Maternal age more than 30 years is the right answer. 77th question. Correct statement regarding RCOG recommendations on thromboprophylaxis in pregnancy with COVID-19 infection is not needed who are self-isolating. Women admitted with COVID-19 within 6 weeks postpartum do not require it. Admitted patients should receive prophylaxis for 6 weeks after discharge, or all admitted confirmed or suspected should receive prophylaxis. So right answer is all admitted or confirmed or suspected should receive prophylactic low molecular weight heparin is the right answer. So this is the scoreboard now. Again, Dr. Garima is leading, followed by Dr. Pallavi Bahel, then Dr. Kanika Gupta, Dr. Kavita Sharma, and Achal Verma. 78th question. Incorrect statement regarding FIGO recommendations on COVID-19 and management of ovarian malignancy is, if RMI is more than 200 in premenopausal women, the surgery should be deferred. In early stage disease, surgery is done. If excellent neoadjuvant therapy response is achieved, then surgery should be deferred, or consider neoadjuvant chemotherapy in extrapelvic disease. If RMI more than 200 in premenopausal women, surgery may be deferred is the right answer. Now, two more questions. True statement regarding COVID-19 infection is pleural effusion appears early in the disease. Ground glass appearance on CT scan appear late. X-ray chest is insensitive early in disease, or X-ray chest is gold standard for diagnosing pneumonia. So the right answer is X-ray chest is insensitive in early disease. Now this is the scoreboard and one more question to go. Dr. Garima is leading, followed by Pallavi and then Dr. Achal Verma. Dr. Kanika Gupta and Sugandha Bansal has come now. Now this is the last question. There is low risk of explosive dispersion of body fluid when the uterus is removed from vagina in TLH. Is it true or false? Now this question will decide who are the three winners. So this statement is false. Now we are going to see the results. Who are the three winners? Okay, so first is Dr. Garima, second is Dr. Pallavi Bahel, and third is Dr. Kanika Gupta. Now I hand over to Dr. Mamta Dagar.
Yeah, excellent. We hand over to Dr. Geeta Mediratna, who is the scientific chairperson of this conference, madam, to announce the results. If you want. Geeta, please.
44 million. Pallavi को 46 है.
Thank you, Dr. Mamta. Now we have our winner is Dr. Garima Maan, who has scored 35,192 score. So she is the topper. The second winner is Pallavi Bahel.
Dr. Geeta, she has scored 44 out of 80. That's second line. This is the
Acha,
line.
what is 35192 then?
That automatically takes all the artifacts and all those. These are the artifacts, first line. So we had total 80 questions, and out of 80 questions, Dr. Garima Maan has scored 44 right. And in second, Dr. Pallavi Bahel, she has scored 46, and then 43 is for Kanika Gupta.
No. So the
Pallavi
winner
is
is
the winner.
Pallavi.
Pallavi is the winner, 46. Yes.
Yeah. So Pallavi is the winner. So Pallavi Bahel is the winner. She scored 46 correct.
46.
Then number 2 is Garima Maan, who has scored 44 out of 80. And then Kanika Gupta is at 3, who has scored 43 out of 80. So I congratulate all the winners. Can we have the runners up? Let us announce their names also, please. The 2 runners up.
2 runners up are Dr. Aanchal and Dr. Sugandha.
So congratulations to all of you, Aanchal and Sugandha. Well played, well done. And I think it was a first time for us also and for you also. And I think you all have done brilliantly well. I congratulate all the winners. And thank you, Dr. Richa and Dr. Mamta, for giving us this wonderful time. And I really enjoyed listening and answering the quiz. Wonderful. Well done, Richa and Mamta. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now I hand over to Dr. Kanika. She
Thank you.
will now give the vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Geeta. And,
One statement, Dr. Kanika, before you give the vote of thanks. It was an excellent effort from the entire team. So this quiz could have become a reality. Dr. Richa and Dr. Mamta had really worked very hard together with Dr. Sharmishta and Dr. Ela to make this quiz a perfect run, because they required lots of hard work, many days of hard work to give us smooth running to this new way of doing the e-quiz. I'm very happy that this quiz has gone smoothly without any problem, and I'm sure all the delegates, the participants, they had a nice time. Thanks, Dr. Mamta and Dr. Richa. And now I hand over to Dr. Kanika to give the vote of thanks.
thank you, Dr. Mala. As you said, a quiz cannot be successful without the active participation of interested participants and delegates, and getting together of intelligent minds to formulate the questions and make a flawless presentation, which very successfully it was done by Dr. Mamta. I have seen her putting her day and nights together to form the questions and accumulate the questions and to ensure that it's a smooth flow. And Dr. Richa was equally party to it. And Dr. Sharmishta and Dr. Ela contributed a lot by their questions. So, and by the guidance of the senior, I would like to thank all the participants of the quiz who actively participated to make it successful. And I would like to thank our seniors, the AOGD Secretariat, and the team behind the Conferences International, Mr. Sumit, who helped us organize this successfully, the first virtual event, and the opening batch person, Dr. Mamta, could successfully carry it on because of the platform which was given by them. So I thank the participants again, and Dr. Mala to give us an opportunity to make this event a success. Thank you. And I would like to now request all the registered and the delegates to continue with us, and we would be starting with the e-slogan in we would be starting it around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock the registrations would be open. I mean, the candidates can log in. So that will be another interesting virtual event, and we would request you to take part in that also. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mala, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Geeta. Thank you, Dr. Kanika. And thank you, Dr. Mamta Dagar, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for being here today and viewing us. Thank you so much.